Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Dream of Crafts. My name is Deanna, and today we're going to be working on month number 6, so for June of my 12 months of gingies, or gingerbreads. And I'm going to show you how I did my gingerbread banner for my slider. So my camera is stationary, so I did take a couple pictures with my phone. And I had to take them in the evening because of the light. So let me see if I can. So this is hanging at my slider, so you get an idea. It's not a very clear picture, but you get an idea. And then here's a picture of them. Let's see if I can get it to switch. Come on. There. Oh, nope, that's the same picture. Hang on. Here we go. And this is closer up. You can see my camera there. My thing here. Let me see. I can get it to switch. I want to get it so it's in there so you can see it, but you're not spotting my camera from underneath. There you go. So, and the reason I took a picture of it is because I can't fan it all out on my workstation here. It is 4 feet wide. It's actually 4 feet by 4 feet, but so this is the little girl. This is the little boy. Now I watched, her name is Crafty Kim Creates, and she had a video she put on December 18th, 2018. And I also watched Joanne Barande, and I will include her link because she gives a free template that you can print out and create to make this. And then so that's the one I'm going to use today. The one I use for these, and mine's already prepped. I'm not going to go through that because she does all that, but this is the template for the face, and then this is the template for the mints, the candies. So let me go ahead and then this is just strung on jute, and this just happens to be jute from Hobby Lobby. It was $3.99. And you get 400 feet, so it's a lot. So what I do first is, get these out of my way. Is I take one of the Dollar Tree discs, and it comes 2 in a pack, and it's from their foam area, so where their flowers and stuff are usually is where you'll find the foam. So it's just their floral foam. It's 2 in a pack. The 4.8 inches by 3/4 of an inch thick. And I've done some already, but I'm just going to show you. I take an X-Acto blade or a knife and just at an angle, just cut away that sharp edge there. And I've done most of it because it is kind of messy. So I've already done most of it, just like that. Then I take a sandpaper and just kind of round that off, okay? Just like that. Get rid of that debris. Then I paint it. Excuse me, please. It is very windy here today, so you might hear the wind. And this is just my 11307 chocolate brown Anita's acrylic. Whatever color you like, you can use. So I'm not going to paint the whole thing. I'm just going to show you. You get a little water on my brush, and I just pour it on there, and that makes it the easiest for me. And I just paint it, and depending on how much it soaks in, I might give it a second coat, or if I need to, a third coat, I guess. But I just paint one side and the edge. I got a bigger chunk out, so that I would definitely use as my back because it broke a bigger piece off. I wasn't paying attention to my angle and broke a bigger piece off. again. Just like that. All right. So that's all there is to it. And then I let that dry. Then I turn around and paint the other side. And then if I need more, then I do the same process over again. So that is how I get those. So I'm going to set this aside here. We're not going to step on it or touch it. Piece of paper towel here. Here we go. Paint on my thumb. All right. So then I end up with my painted disc. And before I do anything else to them, I take this is a just wire rod, and I don't know what gauge it is. It's probably about the gauge of maybe pencil lead, maybe a little bigger. Yeah, a little bigger than pencil lead probably. And what I do is don't go through the middle because then they won't hang right. What you want to do is go through an upper part. So I just start on one edge about in the middle, and this is sharpened on my grinder. You can see it's sharpened like a pencil, so it pokes through nice. And then I just push it through, guiding it, and then it should pop out in the middle. If it doesn't, you can see here where the first time I did it, it popped out to the side. I pull it back out and I try to angle the way I need to get it to go to the right spot. Okay, and then that I can fill in with a little bit of paint, and I'm not worried about it. So I leave that in there like that. This one is already done, but then I know where my face, and I'll use this one for the time being, I know where my face has to lay so that this is level. Okay, so that helps me with that. So put my little, this is just, oh, what is it called? It is film. It's not laminate. It's like the film that they use at schools. They lay on top of the light box thing, and it project like a projector paper or film. That's what this is. And I got mine. I bought it online at Office Supply, and I got a huge package for cheap, really cheap. So enough to last me a lifetime, I'm sure. So then we will take our black, the water back over here, and I'm going to get my black glitter ready. We're going to need black glitter, and we're going to need red glitter, and we're going to need another brush. Okay, here we go. And I do want a piece of paper under there for the glitter. There we go. Line it up. Get it in there for you so you can see. Sorry about the glare on that plastic. So I want a fair amount of glitter. And I'm just going to kind of pounce this around down there. I'm sorry, fair amount of paint. I said glitter, I apologize. Fair amount of paint. There are other creators out there on YouTube that use the disc to do other things. And I like their videos, but like I said, Joanne offers a free template, so I will attach her. If you want to look up Crafty Kim Creates, I can't talk today. Crafty Kim Creates. Like I said, hers was a December 18, 2018 video. We'll lift that up, sit it aside a second, and grab my black glitter and sprinkle it on. Sprinkle it on. And if you want, you could do both sides, but I didn't. It's really not going to be visible. not many people use my slider in the winter time, so it's not like they're going to really see it from that. So I'm going to tip this over, tap, 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 like that. And as you can see, hope you can see, there we go, the glitter. So that's the black. And then, let's see if I can get this back in here a second. Hopefully this won't be too awful long of a video today. But I want to, now she makes hers into like picks, like to put in arrangements and stuff. I haven't done those yet, but I like the idea of doing a banner for my kitchen. So then we need the red. Carefully put this back on. There we go. And this is just dark red 349491. Anita's acrylic. Same red I've been using for all my projects here. Go. We're gonna take some of that, get a good amount. Dab, 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 dab. And I will show you, I don't have enough to string the whole thing ready, but I will show you how I did the stringing of mine. Okay. Red glitter. And I want to be careful because I don't want it in the black per se. Just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now what made it easy for me was I painted them all, got them all ready, and then I put my hole through all of them so that when I went to string them, then I could just string them all after they were dry. So let's go ahead and do cheeks on this one for a girl, so I can show you how I did that. And that I just took pink, and I don't have a template for that. I just did it on my own. Okay, but I want to show how I did it. The boy I didn't give any cheeks to, but the girl I did. If you want to make a template for it, you could. But I just took my pink paint and I made some big circles. I might put this in here. It takes a bit because and another cheek over here. You could take like a cap or something and draw around it to create the area you wanted. If you didn't want to take a chance and freehand it, you know. It might make it a little easier for you. That looks pretty good. Good enough. And then this is just pink. These are all Martha Stewart glitters that I just used that I had left. I bought, it came like in a package of, I don't know, 15 or something years ago. And it's hard to use it all up. But I did manage to go through all my green and all my red that I had of that. This is a different brand of red. This is Wow. That I just happen to have in hand. And so there's her cheeks. And so I ended up having to buy another red from Walmart the other day so I can do one of the mints for you. And I couldn't believe that because you use it and you think, oh, that's a lot, but then you end up putting most of it back in. So, but I did end up going through my whole container of green, and I only bought the red that I went through because the green they had there was had blue in it, and I didn't like that. So I got this big container of red glitter at Walmart, and it was like, I want to say under $3. So, but like I said, the green they had, I didn't care for too much. So I did buy the red. All right, so now for the bow, I just used this ribbon here, and I believe it's just a little over, I want to say 1.5. Yeah, it's 1.5 inch ribbon, and it's wired. And what I do is let me set this aside so I don't smudge it. I fold it in half on the wire, just like that. Then I make my bow, and then I cut it. So I'm just gonna, and I got this years ago at Hobby Lobby after Christmas, and for probably 90% off. So I don't even have the cover for it anymore. I've had it so long, but I'm plucking away at it. It was a big roll. I'm just making your standard little bow here, or trying to anyway. And then twist these down. Nice thing about wire is you can shape it. Turn on my glue gun there. Let that heat up, and then, all right. So that way it doesn't matter. A little bit there, so that makes a cute bow. So I'm just going to cut this off on an angle, like so. I don't need it too long, and then I'll match this one up here, like that, just like that. There we go. And then we'll let this sit a minute while we're working on the other one, and then we will glue her bow right there, and then she will be done. Okay, so let me set this aside. Oh, I do have this glitter here is from Hobby Lobby. It's $2.99. It's from their crafts department, and it's the crystal glitter. So we're going to use that on the frosting. I didn't do the frosting yet, so let's go ahead and do the frosting. I'm like, I know I had the white glitter up for something. So again, we're going to keep this up here. I'm going to grab some white paint. Let me see here. Let me grab my other white. This is just apple barrel white from Walmart. And we'll use that. What kind of a brush do I need? Maybe like this. We need our paperback here for the glitter. There we go. And if you remember, over here far enough, they had the little icing on the top of their heads, and then like their rickrack going around. Now, if you wanted to use regular rickrack, you could do that. Okay, so let's get some icing going. We're going to do it on the top of the head too. And I didn't use a pattern for this either. I just kind of Went with what I thought looked good. And again, I want a fair amount because I want the paint to hold my glitter. And icing is kind of, you know, kind of wavy looking, isn't it? Like it's dripping down a little bit. And I think I did go a little bit further with the boy, maybe. I don't know, maybe both the same. There we go. Just like so. That looks pretty good. Set that there. Turn this to sprinkle. Okay. And I'm just shaking that on there. And you can see hope you can see it. I know it's hard to see. Okay. Get this. Get the glitter back in the jar. Here. There we go. Set this back here and we'll do the around the edge. This is just you could use the liquid. I think she used like puff paint. So, but I do have the puff paint. I just didn't like the looks of it. So I decided not to use the puff paint. I did try it. I did buy it just for this reason, but I just didn't like the looks of it. So I went to regular paint. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because the glitter covers up quite a bit of it. So. Just trying to make sure I have enough to hold the glitter. Like I said, if you wanted to use actual rickrack, you could have that on there too, I'm sure. Would add another textural item. God, I feel like I'm losing it today. Another textural item or element. I think I mixed the two. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and sprinkle that with glitter. Okay. Okay. There we go. And we're going to put her bow over here as soon as that's ready to go. So I'll set that off to the side. I always try to open my glitter over top of the paper too, because sometimes it gets like around the edges. And seal that so I don't spill it all over. Okay. So that's that. I'm going to keep my red here because we're going to use that to do the candy mint. So that. And then I have the for that. So and I should trim this at least on this side while I do this side of the mint. I do both sides on the mint for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because the other one is brown. and I don't worry about it as much. I painted the one I got ready. I should have had this one ready. Sorry. That noise might be a little irritating. And if you do them in a pick, then you might want to do both sides too. So light sanding. This is just a fine grit paper. There we go. So, and I have used this same template for all of my mint, so it's worked out pretty good. Do I want a bigger? I think I'm going to use the bigger brush. Let me try that. Let's see. Maybe a medium-sized brush. I don't think I really want one that's quite that big. Here we go. I'll go with the medium-sized brush. And I just kind of hold it in place and start, and I kind of paint away from the edge there, so that so it doesn't really sneak underneath. I'm just kind of dipping my brush in the paint bottle because it's still kind of high up. You could put it in a cup or whatever makes it easier for you. Just kind of pouncing some of that in there, like so. And I try to do it as fast as I can so it's not drying up before I get to it. The last one here. And I do the outside edges too. I just kind of eyeball it, and I do those. I try to get those a little bit, and I've got my paper down here, my template down here, because then okay, it all looks good and wet yet. So I'm going to lift my template, and I'll wash that, and I'm going to go ahead and bring my centers in to each other now, just like so. Okay, take the red glitter and just douse it. Then I would do the same thing to the other side. Once this was kind of set up, then I would do my edges and then line up my back part and do that. So I'm dumping quite a bit on, but I've only got a little bit left in there, but once I put it back in, then wouldn't look like I hadn't used very much. That's why I was surprised I went through so much, but I did. I mean, when you're doing both sides. And, all right, we're going to, whoopsie, tip this over. Tap, tap, tap. And there we go. Now there's a little bit of glitter here and there that's not stuck on there. So I'll wait until it's all dry, and then I'll go in with a dry brush and get hooked up there. So what I would do once this is dry, then I'd go in and I'd kind of match up the bottoms here and on the sides, and then glitter those, let that dry, and then do the other side. All right, so that's how I do the ring. And again, the wire goes through the same way. It goes through the upper part. So your wire would go through just the top part of that, you know. So, all right. So I'm going to set that aside to dry. And those won't go to waste. I will finish those up and add them on to this. So we're at the point now where we can, oopsie, put down my wet paper. Okay. All right, put those all aside. Let's go ahead and, the blue gun's hot. Yep, it's hot. So we'll go ahead and hot glue our bow on. And then I'll show you how I ran the wire through. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue inside my bow to kind of hold it. I'm coming up untied. Put the glue there. And I'm just going to set it right on there like that. Just like that with the seal up there. So for the slider, I took enough of the twine to go the length of my slider twice plus another half. And then I will measure how much in between each one of these. It's approximate, but it's going to be, they are about 2.5 inches apart, each one. Now, I didn't measure them when I did it. I just kind of eyeballed it. Okay, so I'm going to carefully, without touching that, I'm going to remove my wire. What I want to do is I'm going to take a pair of pliers and I'm going to bend that almost like a little hook. I may need bigger ones. I need some channel locks here. Okay. And I want to create almost a needle like with this, okay? So I'm going to bend that down as much as I can because I don't want it too big. So I'm going to bend it down to like that. Hopefully that'll be enough because it's going to thread itself through that piece of foam, and I don't want it too big. Okay, so let me try that. What I did was I measured off a piece, and I'll make this really long too because I don't know what I'm gonna hang this one on. Maybe my bay window or something, and that's pretty long too. Not as quite as big as my slider, but all right. And it's inexpensive enough that if I end up cutting some off, that's fine. All right. So we'll get this over here. And I'm just going to take my twine and run it through that. And just like you would thread a needle, just like that. And then I want a too big. Okay. I want a mint. And we'll do, did I go red, green? I did. Okay. So, then another mint. Find my holes in these like that. And you could use a thinner wire for this and maybe not have to struggle so much. Oh yeah, that pulled out a big chunk. I don't like that idea. Let me see if I can. I don't know if the smaller wire will work. Let me try it. Okay. Not sure if this smaller wire will work, but we'll give it a try. Let me see. So I can pinch it down on there. Like that. Okay. And then maybe twist it around there a little bit. So it kind of holds it in place. Okay. Like that. See? Okay, then we will put on our little girl. Might not be stiff enough. It has to be pretty stiff to go through there. Let me see. Oh, went through the first one. Okay, that's not going to work. Okay, I wondered. Okay, put my thread back through here. I think my first rod that I used for my other ones was a bit smaller. It was I think it was a different wire, but this is the one I couldn't find my other one, so I went downstairs and grabbed a new one. There we go. All right. So then we got the girl. So then we would do, I'm going to move this down to a couple inches, and we just keep sliding them down as we put them on. Okay. And then I would do green. Green. Yeah, definitely don't want that big of a wire. Glue that back on there. Oh, seal this up. So then I would do the green and then the red until I had all the ones I wanted on there, the length I want. You can do as many as you want. If you're just doing a small window, you might want only a girl and a boy and a mint on each end or something like that. So, but that's how I did it. And I hope you enjoy it. Give it a try. And if you're a subscriber, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And again, I will leave that link attachment for Joanne Brand so you can watch her video and get the free sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Sorry. You get the free printout so you can create your own template to do these. And if you're not a subscriber, please hit the red subscribe button down in the right-hand corner. A bell will pop up. If you hit the bell, you can be notified each time I put up a new video. And as always, I wish your family many, many blessings. And until the next time, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.